So funny. The answer usually is so simple. If you're in a loop of doing the same thing over and over, or you're stuck in your head, or whatever it is that's keeping you in a certain place, all you have to do is go out, go to a different place, do something different, do something that you normally wouldn't do. Break out of your lane of comfortability, which can be kind of unnerving at first. When you're used to doing the same thing over and over, it gives you a sense of comfort. And it's funny because that sense of comfort is what drives you crazy eventually. And then breaking out of that comfort and diving into discomfort will be eventually what brings you peace. It's definitely a paradox, and it's meant to be that way. It's almost like God has a sense of humor and likes to just put in little jokes into our existence, like the pursuit of happiness. If you're pursuing happiness, you're not happy. There's so many paradoxes. The more you kind of quiet down and tune in and become aware, you start to see that there's so many little jokes in our reality. And the more jokes you see, the more you realize you just have to take things less seriously. You just have to calm down. It's like the answers, again, are always so simple. Do something different. Calm down. Stop trying so hard. Are you in fear of things not working out? Be okay with them not working out. It takes you just getting out of your head and moving. Literally, that's all it is to break the cycle you're in. Just move in a different direction. It's the saying, it's like definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. And it's so true. In my personal life, I've been past month so in my head. I just did a cross-country road trip from Florida to Oregon, living in a van with my fiance, and I did a few road trips across the country a couple years ago, and I realized this time around, it's like I was so ungrounded. Even though I was seeing all these beautiful places and I'm doing what I want to do, I was so in my head because I was driving all day, and I'm not in a place that I'm used to. And even though that's exciting, it's like I just needed time to calm down. And I knew that, but I wasn't doing that. I continued to stay in the van because it was comfortable and it's what I was used to doing. I got into a habit of doing it. So what did I do today? I went for a walk in the park alone, and I'm in between these two giant sequoia trees. A beautiful spot. And I just meditated and came back into a peacefulness. It's like the answer is so simple. Just stop trying so hard. Go for a walk. Breathe. And once you stop trying to find the answers, trying to force the answers, wanting them so badly, and you just chill out, they come to you. It's when you keep worrying and trying to force them that you actually push them away. The answers are always inside of you. You just have to quiet down enough to hear them. And it's much easier when you're out, surrounded by nature, surrounded by the trees, because they're not forcing anything. They're just being, and that's all you have to do. It's a beautiful thing. It's through the times of uncertainty that our faith is truly tested. It's funny how you can go throughout your life and you can see that every time you thought things weren't going to work out and you didn't know what you were going to do, it did work out, and you figured out what you were going to do. It doesn't matter how many times you go through that and you gain faith, it's like you will still be tested in times of uncertainty. And the waves of uncertainty can rise up and overwhelm you. And even though you know deep down it'll all work out, it can be heavy. And that's the point. That's the challenge. That's how you grow. That's how you grow deeper into trust, into yourself, into God, into the forces of nature, and into everything. And it's a challenge that is so it's one of the most beneficial challenges to us, because once you really lean into that faith and trust, and you overcome those waves of uncertainty, and you just float over them, knowing you're like one of these giant sequoia trees. Can't be broken. You stand strong through everything, through all the storms. You stand strong. It always works out. After every storm, you're still standing tall, and you didn't waver for a second. And we're tested so we can gain that strength. We need those waves of uncertainty. And I'm speaking to myself, because right now I'm in a wave of uncertainty. We're always speaking to ourselves. Whenever we're giving advice to anybody, it's advice to ourselves. Right now I don't have a job. I'm on the other side of the country. I don't know anybody. I'm away from all of my family. Don't know what I'm gonna do. I have a slight idea, but in reality, I have no sense of direction. I'm in a town that my fiance wants to be in, that I'm not sure that I want to be in. I don't even know, if I don't want to be here, where am I going to go? All these questions that I have, and this uneasiness and uncertainty really was eating away at me. It's just so in my head, looping, what about this? What about this? What should, just trying to feel out my intuition, so forcing it to come through. And that's not how it works. When you know, you know. And the more you try to force knowing, the more you push it away. So it's I gave up, and I walked over and just chilled under these trees. And right now, I still don't know. But I don't care as much. And that can seem like a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing. Our minds make us feel like if we stop caring, we're not going to figure it out. And that's why we need to freak out and try to force everything. But it's not true. And I know this. And I'm aware that freaking out doesn't do anything, but it still comes up, and it feels like I'm supposed to freak out. No, it's caring less and moving into trust, moving into your heart. Just finding peace and love, and allowing things to flow, to happen the way they're meant to happen. If you look back on your life, things played out exactly how they were supposed to. Even when it sucked, even when it was traumatic, even when it hurt, it was always meant to teach you a lesson that you're supposed to learn. You always met the people you were supposed to meet. It might have not happened exactly when you wanted it to happen, but it happened exactly when you needed it to happen. So, whatever it is you're trying to force figuring out and you're worrying about, stop worrying. Go out, do something different. Get back into your body, move around, go for a walk or run. Whatever it is, try something new. Have some fun. Just find that childlike energy and just stop taking everything so seriously. And the answer will come when you're least expecting it, when you stop forcing it, when you move out of fear and into trust. And I pray that you do, and I wish the best for you.